Hey, how's it going? So if you're getting this error here, it says have unique key prop error, even though you're just essentially mapping an array and then passing it into UI to map through it. It happens because this part here is at some point is an empty array. So if you try to map an empty array, React will give you it must have key property error, right? So what happens a lot of the times is that, I'll show you, like this API here is coming from a server. So at some point in time, this API is an empty object, right? And because it's an empty object, your map, your array is effectively empty. And when array is empty and you're trying to map it, you get the key error. So the way to fix it is just make sure that there is some kind of placeholder text or placeholder data, so that so that you never have an empty array, right? So you see, in my case, I'm checking is API empty. If the API object is empty, I'm passing in a placeholder object, right? And if the when API data loads, so when it reloads, this will re-render. It will check again. It will see that, okay, so now API data is actually not empty. It will actually load up the API data correctly. So it will map correctly, right? Now, another thing I noticed is that the length of the array must be at least 2. That's what I noticed, right? So if it's 1, so if I remove this and I just keep it like this, it will still say must create. It will still give you the same error for the key. But if it's 2, then it will not give. Hold on a sec. Let me just try to put. Let me see if this will trigger the error. If I just have array with a single thing in it, because this will generate array with 2 things in it. So I want to see if array length 1 is actually triggering the error. Hold on a sec. Yeah, so the length of the array must be at least 2. Right, so we can do, because you see this error still is appearing. You see? There it is. Yeah, this error here. That's what I'm trying to remove. So if we put length of 2, it should disappear in theory, right? Yeah, so it's reloading. Yeah, so the error disappeared, you see. We have a key error for forward ref, but this is a different page completely. And then we have this one, which is basically a placeholder API. So yeah, so the rule for this is to make sure that this is not empty. So if it's in this condition, at any point in the UI loading, it will give you the key error. And it has to be minimum length of 2. Otherwise, again, you're gonna get the key error. Okay, take care, bye bye.